Good morning. Hope you're having a great day. I'm back to my favorite spot here in Chestnut Hill. The weather's gorgeous. We arrived this morning from the Holy Land, and although we miss it, we are happy to be home. And believe it or not, right after we got home, we dropped 4 children at their first day of school. Another 4 leave today, and then 1 leaves tomorrow. And we'll be back to 5 at home, 5 all over the world. 1 in Israel. We left Necha in the Holy Land, Mushki in New York, Levi in Manhattan studying rabbinic school, Yisrael in Miami, and Eli in New Haven. And then 5 children here in school. It was interesting because I thought of an appropriate little message for the first day of school. I saw a beautiful thought that from one of my kids' teachers in school in New Haven, and he says like this: you know, as I told you earlier, in this week's Torah portion, we read the blessings and the curses. What will happen to the Jewish people if they don't keep the Torah and the mitzvot? And the curses, they're not meant for soft people. It's strong words, 98 verses of what will happen to the Jewish people if they don't follow in God's ways and keep the Torah. Yet, when it comes to the blessings, it's only one short blessing before all the 98 curses. Baruch atah b'voecha, blessed be you when you come, u'baruch atah b'tzetecha, and blessed be you when you leave. And the question, of course, all the commentaries ask, we don't see anywhere in the Torah 98 verses of blessings. Why, when it comes to the curses, there's 98 verses? When it comes to the blessing, there's only one short verse. I must have told you that when we were in Israel, we saw the mountains were actually the Jewish tribes. 6 went onto Mount Abel, 6 went onto Mount Avarim, and the Kohanim, the Levites, were in the valley in between, and they would turn to each side and they had the cursings and the blessings. But why weren't there more blessings? So some commentaries say before the 98 curses, you give an introductory blessing to soften the curses. But this rabbi said something very interesting, and it has to do with education, and I think it's important for all of us at every stage of our life, even if we're not educators, because ultimately we educate our children, we're educating the community, we have spouses, we work with people, and it's something very important. You know, you remember back in the day, you had a teacher who spoke strongly in a loud voice. Listen to what I say! Did you hear what I said? I'm not going to mention it again! Do what I said! In a loud, roaring voice, even if he didn't scream, it was a stern, strong words that shook you. Says this rabbi, what the Torah is telling us is, you might try to educate your children and your students with screaming tactics, with scaring, with shouting, with words that are strong. It might work, it might not. But even if it's gonna work, it's gonna take 98 verses. You'll have to say it again and again, because it won't become part of them. It won't become something they enjoy, something they want to do, who they want to be. But then there's another way of education. The one word of blessing. Baruch atah b'voecha, u'baruch atah b'tzesecha. Blessed are you when you come, and blessed are you when you go. When a teacher, when a parent, when a boss shows a positive, warm attitude of love, of kinship, blessed are you when you come, and blessed are you when you go. You'll only need one verse. Because when you tell your child, when you tell your student to do something out of love, because you care for them, it'll go so much further than the 98 verses of curses that you'll need. This is such a powerful message as all of our children start school again. To our educators and to us as parents. If you want to get your child to do something, as the rabbis tell us in such a beautiful, eloquent word that should be kol dvarecha benachas nishma'in. All your words should be said in a soft tone, in a kind demeanor, in a loving way. You could get so much further by saying something kind and saying something gentle and saying something warm than by barking in order. And that's the message of this week's Torah portion. Yes, there are ways with curses, with strength, but I'll take 98 verses. May Hashem bless each and every one of us that as our children either started or start today or start next week, new schools. For my children, a lot of them, it's a new adventure. They should always feel that their teachers, that their parents are benachas nishmoin, that their words are said softly with love, with kindship, because you'll get, with kindness, because you'll get so much further to our spouses and to everyone. And may God listen to that and give us our words through love and bless us each with a ksiva v'chasima taiva, a sweet and good New Year. Have an awesome